It's Bourbon Night. It's an Uncorking. Hello, I'm Chad.
I'm Sarah.
Sarah, we have a new bottle right here before us. What do we have?
We have Ironroot Harbinger all the way from Texas.
Texas, eh?
Yeah, Texas.
We've been there.
We have been there.
We're going back there this month.
That's true. And we've met the fine people
We
of
have.
Ironroot.
Yes, we have. And we've actually been waiting for this one. We were like, you know what? We'll do it in October because that's when we're going to kind of do some Texas stuff. So
Yeah.
been looking forward for this one.
Yes. This bottle was so generously gifted to us by Mike McCauley, who watches the show,
Yes, thank you,
so thank you,
Mike. Yes, thank you for this.
for bringing us this that we loved. We were in Austin last year in August for the Crowded Barrel Distillery opening, and there were a lot of whiskey vendors there, and this was our, if we could have given a vote to best of the day, best in fest,
Best
if you
of
will.
show.
Aside from the Eleanor, of course, because that was the, feature.
Yes.
Yeah, it would have been this one.
Pause for cork pop. Well, that's what you call a Texas cork pop. It's a little hotter, I guess.
It didn't want to.
It didn't want. Yeah, it didn't want to. But this is, looking from just the label itself, might seem a little scary because right down here it says 27 months old. Now this
Which normally
one,
makes us go, ooh.
This one is from October of 2018, just so you know. This is not a 19 bottle.
No.
But 115 proof in the hot Texas sun.
So that's the thing about Texas whiskey is that because of the constant heat, it ages differently than it does in Kentucky. Just like a lot like how, in Scotland, things age differently than they do here. Because they have like those cooler, wetter temperatures.
Yeah. So
Climate.
Like in Scotland, it needs to age longer. In Texas, it needs to age shorter.
So yeah, I was shocked whenever we tried this and learned that the age.
No, but 115 proof. We love things in this range, 110 to 120, 25, and up. But yeah, normally, if we're just going on specs alone, that age would be a red flag. But I don't get anything young on the nose. I just get syrup.
Some syrup.
Yeah. It's a syrupy sort of molasses type of nose.
I do get the grain coming through.
Yeah.
You can definitely.
You are getting
They
some.
use the Texas grains.
Distilled from grain in Denison, Texas.
You do get the oak coming through
Yeah,
too.
you get the oak. You do get the grains, you say, but it's not like a green, young.
No, it's not
young
like
grain.
Yeah, like grassy. How sometimes
Yeah.
like that stuff can be.
All right. Well, boom. Here we go.
I also get the grains on the palate, but I do think that this has it packs a lot more flavor than what you expect for something of this age.
Right. Yeah. I don't know if I can say too much on the first sip because
I'm like, okay. I think like Texas bourbons in themselves as a category is very unique, like subcategory of bourbon.
lasting
Oh,
for.
the finish is still going.
It's got a pretty long, medium long
It does.
finish.
I'm getting it. Yep, the usual suspects. That usual, I guess we'll call this a Texas hug.
A little bit of a Texan hug. Yeah.
Yeah. Little punch.
Little yeehaw.
Little yeehaw.
Which is probably what they.
That's what we'll call it.
That's probably what they say about Kentucky.
A little bit of yeehaw.
Like, in Kentucky where everyone rides horses and here we are, in Texas where everyone wears cowboy hats and says
hats.
yeehaw.
Yeah.
We all just go off what we see in movies, let's
That's
be
true.
honest. Okay.
Oh yeah. Second sip, I'm much more acclimated.
Yeah.
That's got some smoky notes to it.
It does. Syrupy quality we're getting on the nose, I feel like is coming through. And it's bringing this, almost like this red hot, the cinnamon factor that as I'm talking
cinnamony.
and moving the air over my tongue,
Yeah.
it's kind of regionalized to the front of my tongue.
Yeah. I get cinnamon.
It's definitely a red hot, yeah.
Yeah, red hots. Chocolate. The oak flavors come through. That syrupiness.
And I'm getting like a caramel flavoring. I don't know which way I like to say it. Kind of in there, like almost like one of those little caramel chews, That's kind of lurking around too.
You mean candy? But
yes,
that's smoky.
candy. I'm not getting a whole lot of smoke.
Oh, I'm getting like campfire-y notes.
Well, a Texan campfire.
It's nice.
Get along, little doggy.
Yeah.
The more I have it and I guess get used to it, I am sort of picking up what I have recognized in other whiskeys as young. But I don't think I would pick that out unless I'd had those like offensively young whiskeys.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It's like you've been burned there before, so it sticks in your brain. Like it's a, you're almost like flashback.
Well,
but it's not. Like
if you've ever had a food that's made you sick, or maybe you've had too much of a liquor, and then you drink it, and you're reminded of that time. That's sort of like the whisper that I'm getting here, and I think.
But I hear what you're saying. Like if that had never happened to you, you wouldn't think that.
Yeah, totally.
And I totally agree with you here.
But I wouldn't call it like a deal breaker.
Not at all.
No.
I'm amazed at what this is doing. At the finish and the flavor that this has got.
Yeah.
Like that. Has captured over a short amount of time.
For just over 2 years old.
I'm blown away. Best just over 2-year-old bourbon I've ever had. The more I sip this, the more into this I'm getting.
Yeah, it's definitely different. It's like you said, it's its own little category. I feel like.
Yeah.
Those Red Hots are now more like a cinnamon stick. It hangs in there.
It really hangs in there.
In your cheeks.
It's not joking.
On the tongue.
Yeah, it's bringing a lot to the table. I mean, I'm sufficiently toasty. And then I'm like, how do people drink this in Texas where it's so hot all the time? Because this is hot. Like, because I'm thinking of this, again, I always go to this, like, that paints you the picture, this crisp fall evening by a campfire, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But that is when I would drink this. Like, you're cold, you got a blanket wrapped around you, you pour some into, like, a coffee mug or whatever, and you're sitting by a fire, or you're just chilling outside and you're sipping something, and it's this.
I'll tell you what, this is giving me a bourbon coat.
Yeah.
Like a strong bourbon coat. For sure. So we are going to add some water to this. Probably about 5 drops, normally
That's our usual.
What we tend to do. But as we're putting this in here, we want to tell you about this guy right here, because as you know, we did get married, and it is wedgwoodrings.com, where I got my wedding ring. It has a barrel head
inlay.
Made into the inside, the part that touches my skin here. They have barrel staves available there that you can have made into your ring. You can get rings without staves, but they have Scotch, whiskey, bourbon staves, or you can actually send them ones like I did mine. And right now, for viewers of It's Bourbon Night, you can enter in coupon code BourbonNight10 to receive 10% off of your purchase at wedgwoodrings.com.
And it's not just for guys.
That's right.
I mean, I'm kind of intrigued. I kind of want one too.
Yeah, you should.
Next time we get one of those special barrel heads, I might have to send Stave off. Get me a little right-hand ring made.
A little right-hand ring.
A little right-hand ring, Every girl needs one.
A right-hand Wedgwood ring. And it's been about 10 minutes. Let this sit here. Let's see what it's done to the nose. 5 drops of water. More like clove and cinnamon and those type of like allspices.
I'm still getting the syrupy.
I mean, it hasn't done away with the syrupy, but
and
I'm
the
getting
corn is shining through. The sweet corn. You've ever had corn pudding, and if you haven't, then it's
what are you doing?
Your loss. It's delicious. But you know how corn pudding is like that rich, creamy, sweet. It's got that like crispy top. It's almost like a dessert, and so I'm getting corn pudding.
I could get on board with that. Smell those.
I do still get cinnamon.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah. For sure.
Corn pudding, cinnamon.
Big red gum.
Yeah.
I feel like it's brought more of the grains out. I really do.
Yes, and it kind of knocked that lovely finish and that nice heat. Could be a good thing if you're like, oh, it's too hot. Then a couple of drops of water solves that problem. But I really liked it, and we're not in 110 degrees right now, so it wasn't bothering me.
Right.
And now I'm kind of sad that it's gone.
Well, I feel like this would probably stand up pretty well to a large cube of ice. It has the proof.
That slow melt.
So that slow melt, take the proof down a little bit.
For sure.
But I feel I'm kind of missing.
I miss it.
And
that's nice.
That bit. But
what I thought was that smoky oomph is gone. It's kind of hampered down now.
I prefer this sans water. I prefer it just as is.
I agree.
But you experiment. You do you. You find where you like it.
Sure. But I think you should try it without water first, just to know how much water you'd like to add.
No, that's good. Now this is $50 for a bottle.
In our neck of the woods.
Normally I would say $50 for a 27-month-old whiskey. Like, get out of my face. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, go on.
Get out of my face. Get out of my face with that. But as we've experienced by going to the Crowded Barrel Distillery opening last year and trying a myriad of Texas bourbons and whiskeys, that it is this different experience. And the age isn't like 27 months here in Kentucky or maybe even elsewhere.
It almost reminds me of like if you've seen Interstellar, like every minute spent on that planet is like 10 years in real life or something like that. And that's kind of how I feel like you go into Texas and every minute a bourbon spends in a barrel is like, you know, a year or whatever.
Your math doesn't check out.
Oh my gosh, I'm just saying.
The science.
I'm using an example not well.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. It's different. Time moves differently, I guess. Normally, if someone said, hey, do you want this 27-month-old bourbon for $50, I would be like, pass.
I'm good.
But
And we wouldn't have bought this had we not tried it there in Texas.
Correct. And I'm so glad that we came back to this. At $50 at 115 proof, which that varies batch to batch, is my understanding. Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
I love what they're doing. I think they're doing some really awesome stuff. We've actually got some other samples from them that we want to kind of do on a live and do some more exploring.
Yeah.
But yeah, the flavor that this packs, like the quality that it has gained in that time is so impressive to me, and I'm just super excited. Like, I wish I could try multiple batches next to each other just to have that experience, because I think that that's really awesome.
I think it is a really good experience. It's one that I would recommend that you have. So I'm also going to give it the thumbs up, the recommendation. I feel like at $50, it's a safe enough bet for you to put your money down on something that, you know, 115 proof, this is going to last you for a while. So I feel like you get your money's worth out of it, and the flavor profile is of a much older bourbon.
Yes.
So,
and if you don't believe us,
recommend.
just Google it, because it's getting noticed on lots of different lists.
Oh,
so,
for sure. For sure.
It's getting some love.
We want to tell you guys about our home on the internet. You've probably heard it before, but it's whiskeyambitions.com. It's where you can get t-shirts such as this, Glencairn such as this, or pint glasses, water glasses, and our new challenge coins that are available. And there will be a new batch of challenge coins coming very soon. So that is whiskeyambitions.com.
You can become a patron at patreon.com/itsbourbonnight and join in our community and conversation. We have polls, we have exclusives, we have sneak peeks and previews, and we've just got a general good community there. So you can join for as little as $1 a month. You can join.
There you go. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, you can click up here to do that. We have some recommendations of other shows that you can check out. We will see you over there in those. Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Chad.
Okay, until next time, drink more bourbon.